So, Resale Rabbit here. Let's get right to the chase. I might be doing something big. I'm still kind of in shock on it. Office Depot is closing a store here in town. I went to buy some of the pallet racking, and the liquidator offered me a really good deal. First off, I already mentioned I'm interested in buying out the store. He offered to sell me every remaining fixture for $4,000, everything. I was ready to spend $2,000 just on the pallet racking that I want, the little bit. There's like 20 times what I need, plus all of the shelving in the store and a ton of other fixtures. Holy crap, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but they also don't have a right to abandon, so we need to have it all out. So brainstorming here, working with recycling companies to haul a lot of it out. Even if I don't get any money for it, I can at least get, gondola shelving's worthless. It used to be worth a lot of money, but now with all the stores closing, it is worthless. If I could clear all that out, they haul it all out. They don't pay me anything, but they take it. That could be worthwhile. He also offered me inventory, 95% off, which is a little higher than I like to spend as an end buyer. But he said I can take a handful of items today that are in the store today at that price if I write him a check for the deposit right now. Oh man, this is gonna be a lot. So I am heading back to the warehouse to get on the phone, start calling people, see if I can get a bunch of laborers to come out, because we're gonna have 4 days to empty out the store, and the electrician won't be there until the 20th, 2 days before they close. So a lot of it, we have to wait on that. So I'm gonna have 4 days, much of it 2 days, to completely dismantle and remove the stuff. I have no storage space, at least not for that volume, so I need to contact the company, see if I can rent the space Office Depot's in for a significantly below market value rate. I'm not spending $50,000 to rent that place for 2 months, but it's obviously not going to be rented right away. If I could use it as essentially cold storage, no electricity or something, maybe they'll let me rent it for a couple $1,000s. Holy crap. I may have bit off more than I can chew. And it's funny because with Gymboree, I was saying to myself, I don't remember if I mentioned it on the video, but I was saying every single time I buy fixtures, I end up regretting it. Now I'm talking about buying an entire store's worth of fixtures. Oof. This could be tough, but it'll make an interesting video if it happens. So only 2 sales today, but we're merging videos together, so you're gonna see more. For starters, I sold this, a Bose power supply for $19.99, and I sold another one of these Arrow staple guns for $29.99, full price. Well, bittersweet. So I was ready to make a deal, $4,000 for the entire store as far as fixtures. I was up late last night on the phone making calls. This morning came in right around the time they got here. I think it was even before they opened. And I know people hate that noise, but it does that when I first get in. Got here right around the time they opened. They had just sold it. So I missed out on that. But he did give me the guy's contact info, so I might still be able to buy some from him. But it is official, set in stone. I am the end buyer for this Office Depot. I will get all remaining inventory at 95% off. Part of the negotiation is I was able to set aside 11 items that are in the store now, and I'll be able to get those at 95% off at the end too. I grabbed probably $4,000 worth of stuff. 2 printers, I believe a $500 and a $700 printer, as well as 3 or 4 more mobile printers that are $300 to $500 each. Some networking equipment, some toner, and 2 laptops, all at 95% off. So that works out well. So that is the plan. So be on the lookout for the video. There's a couple of weeks left before they close, but be on the lookout for the video where I buy out this store. And it is set in stone. I had to put a $1,000 deposit down. I kind of prefer that rather than Gymboree, where someone might show up before me. All right, now it is Thursday. Let me show you what I've been up to this week. Look how empty it is. I've been clearing all this out, and there's a reason that I've been clearing it out. I am going to fill this place, this area, with pallet racking. So I didn't get the deal, $4,000 for the entire store, but I paid $1,350 to the guy who bought the entire store. I got way more pallet racking than I need, so I'm gonna try and sell that. I also got this security camera here. I took a couple of video clips when I was taking it down. I don't know what this is worth yet. I haven't looked it up, but we've got the DVR, we've got the screen, and we've got a tree of cameras here. So let me see if there's a model number on here. BC601, so I'll have to look that up. Hopefully it's worth something and not just a crappy brand, but anyways, I got this. I've got the safe from Office Depot and one of those big step ladders, and you'll see all this when it comes in a couple of weeks. But I got one of the big step ladders. I got probably about 24 sections of pallet racking. I only needed 10, but they only have 2 shelves each. I need 4 shelves each. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of extra pieces that I'm just gonna take to the scrapyard, but there should be some that I can sell, some complete sections of pallet racking that I can sell, make a little money on. And I think that's all I got. We're also working a deal with that other guy on 5 U-boats, some other flatbed carts, and some cash register counters that we can kind of use for workspace here. They're nice counters, stand up height, and have some shelves and drawers and cabinets underneath. I think those will come in handy. Also, those shoes that got returned, I mentioned the other day that the person didn't like them. I got them back. They're still in brand new condition with tags and everything. They look like they probably tried them on in the house, didn't like them, and sent them back, so those can get relisted. Couple of noteworthy sales as well. I sold one of these phones, the alarm clock phones, for $125 on Amazon. I wasn't able to get to it before the order disappeared, and I'm too lazy to actually go through and find it. But there was one of these Conair ones. This is the second one. This one sold for $100. Not this exact one, but the same exact model. So those were nice sales. Also, updating you, the post office has been bad with me lately. First, there was that item that got lost and was delivered like a month later. I mentioned that a yearbook. Also this, a case was opened against me on this item not received. eBay put it on hold. This is a global shipping program item. Buyer says they haven't received it. It says the 8th of May, never received the item. Well, I looked at tracking, and tracking shows that it's May 1st it was last seen and scanned, and it doesn't have a delivery date. It just says the item will arrive late. So I've, in thousands of orders, never had an issue like this with the post office. Now we've got 2 in like a month's time. So I don't know what's going on with them lately, but dealing with that right now. Beyond that, I had one other person reach out to me and say that an item doesn't work, and they said, can you give me a partial refund so I can bring it to the pawn shop and sell it to recoup my money back? Sounds a little sketchy. So I said, it's our policy, we don't do partial refunds. You're welcome to open a return case, get a free prepaid shipping label, and send it back for a full refund. And I also added that we're going to verify the serial number. I always like to say that if something seems a little sketchy, because that might deter them. They still haven't opened a return request. So, you know, the scammers are out there, but you can definitely protect yourself in that way. Now, this is an item that if it didn't seem sketchy, they just said, hey, it didn't work, I probably would have said, here's a full refund, throw it away. I think I got $18 for it. But they seem a little sketchy about it. Bring it to a pawn shop. You're going to bring a non-working item to a pawn shop? Yeah, that seems a little off. So I told them to return it. And then I'll just probably throw it away if I get it back. I'll test it first. But so anyways, that's that. We've got a bunch of orders here. Let me see how many. We've got 10 orders for $263. Let's start from the top. I sold another one of these batteries. I've only got 2 left. These have been doing really well. $24.99 full price sale. This hopscotch, $39.99. Now what this is, let me bring it over to the table. Now this is to control your kids' TV habits. It's got a key on the bottom, which you open. Whoa, losing stuff. And that is how you access the power plug. So it's basically a timer. It'll shut off the power to the TV, or in theory, it'll shut off the power to anything you want to shut it off after a certain time. And then you have to put in a password to turn it back on. And then, of course, you need a key to even access it, so you can't unplug it from that and then just plug it right into the wall. Comes with the keys. This isn't damaged. This is the little plastic protective coating. It's partially coming off. I'm just gonna let the buyer peel it off. But this sold for $39.99. I've had it for a while. I don't remember where I got it or what I paid for it, but I know I didn't pay much. So I'm pretty sure I got full price. I'm gonna have to double check. Let's dig them out. That's a 9, 8.5. What's this? 6.5. What was this one? 7.5. And it seems like every time one sells, it's like on the very bottom or something. That's a 6. Oh, there's an 8 right here. So size 8. Paid 50 cents for these. They came on those pallets of Target clothing. And I sold it for 10, but I made a mistake. It's a size 9 that I need to get. I'm gonna get that off camera, but I sold it for 10 bucks. Sold a razor, G07. These are like selling in the exact order they're in here. I think this is the third one I've sold that was right on top. I got 10 bucks for this old, gross looking Gillette razor. All right, we're gonna look for AA16. That might be right on top here too, right here. I sold this swimsuit, brand new, Target pallet, so I paid 50 cents. I got $14.99 for it. And here's what it looks like in case you're curious. Next, boy, I have no idea where this is, but I just listed it recently, so it's gotta be over here somewhere. This is an item that I thought was a bad purchase. I swear I just saw it within the past few days. Oh, here it is. I thought this was a bad purchase. I spent $6 on it. I bought it off of a friend, and it didn't look to be worth much, but I sold it for $35. It's a Clear Sounds phone with the manual and everything. Sold another one of these. These staple guns are doing really well. I got $21 for it. Less than I would normally take on this, but it was going to a viewer. So this is going to William. William, I certainly appreciate your purchase. I hope it works out well for you. So that, 21. Sold another one of these TV amplifiers, $27.99. I sold a Milwaukee Bucks vintage crew neck sweatshirt. I think I paid $5 for this at Goodwill. I never do clothing, but this happened to be laying next to the electronic stuff. I got $30 for it. Lastly, I sold this. Now you might be thinking, he couldn't have gotten much for this. I got $45 for this. It's 4 pieces. 4 pieces here. I paid $2 each, so I've got $8 invested. Why would someone pay $45 for this? Well, because it's All Clad. That's a really good brand. Anytime you see that logo, you want to look the item up because this stuff is very high end. The pans, just an All Clad pan, will get you between $100 and $400. They're not vintage. I don't think these ones are. They have the same exact ones in the store. I've got this set at home, except it's not the little thin one. See how it's indented there? It's nice, big in the hand, some decent weight to it. Very nice set. Also, mine have the silicone end because I don't want to scratch up my pans. But All Clad, always worth looking for. I picked these up in Milwaukee, $2 each. Sold for $45. Speaking of All Clad, this is my area of stuff that needs to be listed. This needs a good cleaning. But it is All Clad. It's an asparagus pot with the basket. Picked this up for, I think, $5 the other day. I think I can get 40. So All Clad stuff does really well. And that is today's sales. So I'm gonna get this stuff shipped out and I'm heading home. And here we go. So that's it for today. I'm gonna go get these dropped off and I am done. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow or maybe a few days. I don't know. It's a busy week.